Alright, so when you get the CO2 inhaler, you're going to get the device itself, you're going to get the regulator for the soda stream, and the adapter for the regular CO2 tank. And it's going to come with the hose, the tubing for breathing, and then the 12-volt adapter, and also some blue tubing. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to use the soda stream. And what you want to do is just take the regulator and twist it onto the top of it and make sure it's tight. Just hand tightening, that's good enough. And then when you move it to the right, you're going to feel some resistance. As soon as you feel resistance, you can hear the CO2 coming out. You just want to turn it on a little bit where you can hear it. Now I turn it back to the left to turn it off. And what you're going to do is you can take your blue tubing, and this is called a push to connect, so you just push it in there. And if you want to get it out, you put your fingers on that black ring and you pull it out. And then this goes into the back of the device right here. Another similar push to connect. And you turn the power on, plug the power in, and turn the power on. And when you start the device, you want to make sure that this is turned all the way to the right. You don't want to tighten it too much, otherwise it's hard to get back open. So just when you feel the resistance, you stop turning it. And right now it's just calibrating it to the temperature and atmospheric pressure that it's currently at. So you are going to, the plus or minus allows you to increase the session duration. And then before you start the session, you want to connect the tubing to the device. And this is the mask that you're going to breathe out of. You're going to just put it to your face and strap that to your head and tighten it up. And now I'm going to turn this to the right to increase the pressure a little bit. You'll feel that resistance, and that's when you know it's at a good amount. You don't want it too much pressure, otherwise it's going to potentially waste too much CO2. So you just want a little resistance. If you're not able to get up to the CO2 levels that you want, then you want to increase the pressure a little bit more. So I'm going to press OK to start the session. And how it works is that you slowly turn it to the left to increase the CO2. And you'll be able to hear the CO2 once you turn it. So if you turn it about a quarter of the way, it's going to go up to about 1%. And it's going to stay close to there, so I want a little bit too much. So you just turn it a little bit to the right. If you want at 2%. And I wouldn't worry about the exact CO2 percentage, you just want kind of roughly that range. It kind of varies a little bit, just because this sensor is extra sensitive. So if you want to increase it more, you just turn it to the left even more. We have 3%. And you want to turn it very slowly. If you get up to 8%, then it's going to shut off automatically as a safety mechanism. So once you get close to 8%, you want to be very, very careful not to turn it on too much. So that's how you do that. And then when your session's over, you just turn this all the way to the right again. And again, not too tight. And then you're going to want to turn the device off. And also, when you're done, just so that it doesn't leak out, you just want to turn this all the way this way. And then I would normally take the regulator off just to make extra sure that you don't waste any CO2 and it doesn't leak. So this regulator can also be used on the regular CO2 tank, and this is the adapter. So you want to make sure that the white washer is inside of the adapter before you put it on. And then you just connect it to your tank. First you hand tighten it. And then you take your wrench and you want to tighten it more. You need an adjustable wrench to do this. So once you feel a good amount of resistance, it should be good enough. And you don't want to tighten it too much and strip the threads. And then what you do is you put the SodaStream regulator on there, and you can use that for and then you're gonna when you use the device, you plug the blue tubing into the same spot you did before, and then you turn the tank on, and there's a lot of pressure in the tank, so I wouldn't stand right in front of it just in case it would shoot off for some reason if you didn't tighten it enough. So you turn that on, and then you won't be able to hear it because there's but until you hear the CO2 coming out just a little bit, then it's good enough. And you want to make sure there's no leaks there. You want to listen for leaks. If I push that in, you shouldn't hear anything anymore. And again, want to make sure that's not tight enough. You don't want it to shoot off or anything like that. And then I'm going to turn the tank off and let the rest of the gas out. And when you're done with it, you can keep it on, but make sure you turn the tank off at all times. Whenever you're not using it, turn the tank off. And I'm just going to take this off for right now. And just make sure you don't turn it on when you don't have that regulator on, because there's nothing blocking it from coming out, and there is a lot of pressure coming out of the tank. So make sure when you turn the tank on, you have this on tightly, hand tightened, and that's how that works. And then yeah, just whenever you're not using it, make sure everything's disconnected. You can keep this on, but just make sure the tank's off. And that's how you use the carb inhaler.